Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 3 here of the MRC Tier 2. I'm your host, Casa. I'm coming to you from Austria today. Literally just getting into the lobby now, so qualifying will start any moment. And here we go. Hopefully. There we go. So, as you can see, lovely sunny blue skies to start us off with, which is always nice. It's been one of those days over here as well. In the actual world, outside the games, it's been rather warm today. Currently in my room it's 26 degrees, which is toasty. Just to let you know, for those who have not been with us so far this season, this is the third race of only 11. Current championship leader is Hob. He's got 3 third places and sits 3 points ahead of Overspeed, who's in P2. He's got a win in Australia and 9th place in Canada, so very close battle on there. Just behind them you've got Beefs, who won last time out. He's on 25 points, Nekarempag on 18, Leclerc also on 18, Mr. Fist on 12, Nevid on 12, Lucas on 10, Hatmaxton also on 10, Crucifixion on 9, and Double GI on 8. So as it stands, there is still a very close battle going on, but we're only on the third race, so plenty of time for anything to happen. As we've already got the first cars heading out. Who was that? Who did I just miss? Was it Crucifixion? It was Crucifixion. Crucifixion in the Mercedes. Last time out, he's been both races so far, been in the points both times, but 6th and 10th. Just means he needs to know what he's going to do to get higher up. He's not the quickest, but he says he's happy that he's just competing, just happy to be finishing the races, which some people haven't done, in all fairness. So he'll be starting off on a flyer. Red Bull Ring here nowadays, it's called, used to be called the A1 Ring in Austria. It came off the calendar for a few years. Quite a while back now, actually. I'm just trying to remember when that was. It did disappear from the calendar for a while. And there we go. So between 2004 and 2013 it wasn't held. Then Red Bull purchased the ring, or purchased the track, renamed it, and as such we've had it since then. And it's not the most complex of circuits, in all fairness, but it does create some good racing. As Crucifixion will get us started, go up the hill into turn 1. Nice and neat right hander. Could have used a little more on the exit. Then up through this DRS straight. Well, DRS isn't quite straight. Again up the hill into turn 2. Hard braking on this one. Just got to get perfect. It's a little bit off on the apex there, but still gets power down. Then through another DRS section. Most of this track is DRS, which is quite interesting. And then down the hill into turn 3. And you get into this sort of, a little wide there, get into this sort of midfield section where you just got curve after curve. So it gets it over to the right into turn 4. Again downhill into turn 5, which opens up lovely into turn 6. And you get the power down because you're coming into the final 2 corners here, 2 very quick corners. Turn 7, Joch and Rindt corner. And a bit more braking into the final corner, and again get that DRS wide open, and you do a lap of 1:06.8 then, and that's been immediately beaten by Nekarempag with a 1:05.7, and that's Crucifixion going the wrong way, and that's not the way you would have wanted to do that. So let's see if we can find Overspeed. He's just gone through turn 2, so he's at the top of the track, quite literally the top of the track. Highest point up here. As you can see, you've got the Ultras, Supers and Softs with us today. So we'll go more into strategy later on, but obviously the ideal tyre start on is the softest compound to the Ultras. Whether or not that would be best for the race is a different matter. And having looked at the strategies, actually it doesn't really matter what tyre you start on. The strategies are so close between each other, it's all down to driver preference and how well they can manage their tyres. So Overspeed coming across with a 1-6, pretty much 1-6 dead. As he nearly loses it as well on the exit of turn 1. Vanning coming through the final corner. So Van does a 6.8. It's not too bad, but obviously you're going to have to want to improve. He's on the ultra soft, so he needs to get up there. So Leclerc with a decent lap. He's up the front. He's on P3 at the moment. Second off Beef. Down, but he's on the super softs, which would be good if you can start there with that tyre. So let's see who's on the flyer. HD Gamer Needless Broadcast. Interesting name. Could have gone for a little bit shorter one, but just trying to work out if he's renamed from something else. Don't know. Coming out to the top of the track, going into his turn 3 now. A little bit wobbly coming in, and there you go, just miles wide of the apex there. So he's not going to put in a massive competitive time. And he's actually currently the only person on a flying up, so we're going to stay with him irregardless. Just getting a bit too, as you can see by how he's driving, he's a controller driver, so obviously not going to have as much ability to make around the corners as most. It's just that little bit harder to get the steering bang on. So he comes across the line with a 9.5, but a time on the board. That's what's important. Raid's just come out of the pits. He just started flying. He's just gone across the start finish straight. Going to go up the hill. Got a little bit of traffic ahead. Throwing it into turn 2, just a bit off the apex there. Getting that power down once again. Going to try and get a little bit of tow from the people that just come out of the pits. And see if we can, see if that's going to happen. So far this season, Raid's DNF both races. Just not the best start for him. So Ray's going to come across the line and he's going to do 1.5.4. So he's up there into P3 on those ultra softs. Not too shabby at all for him. So Luke has managed to get out of the pits. He had a disconnection issue earlier, but he's back out now in that Ferrari. Luke, who's had a DNF and 8th so far this season. He's looking to get some more points and get off after the front boys. He is, as it says as he is, never lucky, and it's shown for him so far. He's come around that final corner, he's going to get that DRS open, see what he can put in. He is on these ultra softs, so it's a 1.5 dead for him. Still a fair bit off Beef's time. Buzzo's put in a very good time as well. He's only just behind Beast by less than a 10th, and he's on the, oh sorry, yes, that is on the super softs as well. So that's a great time from Buzzo, or Bolo as most people might remember him by. Crucifixion has retired from the session. I suspect that might be through contact. There it is, look. Raid with a 5-face grip penalty for a collision with Crucifixion. That is not a good start for Raid. Let's have a look further down at Nevid. He's done a 1:05.5 then, so P6 as it stands. We've got 8 minutes and 45 seconds left of the session, so plenty of time to go. Let's see where Valen is. He's currently on a flyer. Marlon is also on a flyer, but actually must be on an installation at that time. It's very slow unless he had a big spin somewhere. Valen's actually about to start his flying lap as well. Where's Leclerc? He has just started flying lap, but that is relevant to bug, so apologies Leclerc. We'll not be watching you. Let's have a look at. So Marlon did a 1:17.3. Must have had it off somewhere. He's just outbroke himself there into turn 2. Getting that power down now. Get that DRS open. He really needs to get a better time. Also had issues on that first lap. Did Marlon. Just looking a little bit wide on these apexes. He needs to hone these in, hone it in. A lot of lifting and coasting, but very wide there. Just not picking his braking points to perfection today. It looks like he's getting the pits as well. He's keeping to that right hand side. And there you go, so he's coming in the pits. Valen has gone fast, he's done a 1:06.08. P13 for him as it stands, and we're starting to get some more people out on the track. Claire's Revolution bug has solved itself, but he sits P6 for now. Never's done a couple of laps on those ultra softs, so and he's currently sitting P3. Let's see who else is on a flyer. No one's yet. We've got a few people just coming out of the pits. Got just under 7 minutes left to go now. There you go, Nev's coming. But there's actually a wheel hub there on the entrance to the pit lane, which could be from where the contact was. So Necromona Pug currently down in P11th. He's 4th in the championship, second last about in Canada. Can he go one better today? Not if he's starting down in 11th, he won't be. As he's going to go up the hill. He's on these ultra softs, so he needs to put this in as a very competitive time. Beast is out on a set of super softs, interestingly enough. So we'll see if Beast can better himself. I've got a bit of traffic ahead of him, but actually Gamer is looking like he's on a flyer, so shouldn't have to necessarily get out of the way. Although Necromopug wishes he would. And there he goes through on the four-cylinder driver. Let's see if he can get up into the 1.4s or the very low 1.5s. Find the corner, taking out speed there, just attacking the curves. He does. Says he improved. Yeah, it did. He moved up to P10. And yeah, he's going to have to give this another go, because otherwise he's really going to be struggling. Winning last time out was Beast. He's starting at the front as it stands. He's on a flying lap by the looks of things, but on some super softs, so I won't expect this to be competitive, especially when you fly off the last corner like that. And there you go, so it's 2/4 of a second down. King Buzzer comes across the line, puts it P1, and that's a mighty improvement there. 4/10 faster than Beef's, and he's going to take pole as it stands. We've got just under 5 minutes left of this session then. And let's see, Luke is just done a fly, didn't improve, he's still in 4th. Let's see, overspeed. He's on a lap, he is overspeeding around turn 5 into 6. Obviously he'll be looking to get up there. Coming up to this final corner now. Sliding through it, taking as much speed as he can through it. And he goes up to P5 then, so a decent lap there from overspeeds. Knows there's room for improvement. He's just got to find it and do it. Leclerc is about to start his lap. So let's stick with Leclerc for now. As he's coming up the hill into turn 1. Just Looked like he did a little lift off there going through that corner, so you've got yellow flags all over the track at the moment. Oh, he's made a mess of that corner, just gone far too deep. And he'll be, well, he might be able to get back in, get a fresh set and get it going again. So I don't think he's going to be making any improvements on his time after that mistake. So let's see. Is Marlon on a fly? Looks like Marlon is on a fly, so let's go back to him once again. Looking to beat 1:17.3. Very much off the pace here today. As he's striking together there on this lap. He has, he's up to P9 then is Marlon. Decent lap in the end. Hob has just started to fly, he's got Rowe just behind him, but Hob should start pulling away on the softer of the compounds. Taking it very carefully there to turn 2. Yeah, Rowe behind him isn't really anywhere near him, so shouldn't have any problems on that front. So we've got a few people on our laps. Obviously the rest, the front lot are in the pits, they're getting ready for their final stint. That should be, they should be coming out probably about 1:30, 1:40 left of the session, just to ensure they can do it. Obviously if you see everyone diving out the pits, you're going to want to back up a little bit. Hob is coming up to the back of HD Gamer, who is on a flyer, I suspect. Kind of blocked Hob a little bit, but if HD Gamer's on a flyer, HD Gamer's on a flyer. And Hob goes up to P7 then. Rowe with an incredible lap has actually put his P3 on those super softs. So far everyone that's done the lap other than Rowe has done it on those ultra softs, so Rowe obviously getting his supers switched on much better than most people. Raid is going up there, we've looked at him already a few times, he has that 5 place penalty. That's going to be crucial for him, and as it stands he's going to be starting right at the very back. So he needs to get himself up there. King Buzzo's out on a flyer, or about to start a flyer. Looks like Neved's done for the day, and so is HD Gamer, because they're both still in the pits with 1:10 left on the clock. So we'll stick with Raid for a few moments. And that was Hob on a cooldown, that's probably going to go again. Raid coming out to the final corner then, see what he's got in his bag. He will get another lap if he wants it. And he doesn't improve, stays P12 then. Rowe, in the meantime, retiring from session, obviously saying that will do. Rowe's actually looking like he's going again, so let's see where King Buzzo is and where's Beefs. Beefs is at the top of the track, going between 2 and 3. King Buzzo needs to improve to help defend himself from Beefs. He knows he's not going to be attacked from Neved, although Luke might have a go at him. You never know what overspeed can pull out the bag. King Buzzo come around the final corner, get that power down, get that DRS open. What's he got in the bag? He's got a P1 in a 1:3.75. That is a storming lap. Where's Beefs? He's coming around the final corner now. Can he better it? Has he got anything left? He does a 1:4, pretty much 1:4 dead. Improves, but not enough. Overspeed is currently coming down towards turn 7. What's overspeed got? Can he make his way up there? Hob jumps him. Can he jump back? He does, up to P6 then for overspeed. Leclerc coming towards the line now. He goes P4. Great lap then from Leclerc at the death. Mr. Fist is on an in lap, and that is it. Buzzer won't be going again, because there's absolutely no point going again. And there we go. So, great qualifying there. Really good times from King Buzzo to put in a 1:3.75. Absolutely storming. But that's only half the battle, not even half the battle. Because he's got to do it all again in the race now. So we just wait for the two people in the pits to retire. And we can get going again. So we have a quick final rundown of the qualifying positions for you in a moment. So you go, King Buzz is taking home the pole from Beefs, followed by Rowe, Leclerc, Neved, Luke, Overspeed, Nick Pug, Hob, Cow, Fist, Raid, Marlon, Veiling, Crucifixion, and H2 Gamer rounding out your grid. Obviously, Raid will have that 5 place penalty to be applied, so he'll be starting right at the very back. Unfortunate day for him, but he's outside the top 10, so he has free choice of tyres. And we'll get that race underway shortly. So just wait for everyone to get themselves onto the grids, get their setups on. Still blue skies, so no threat of rain as it stands. Obviously things may change. As we just sit patiently, wait for people to get their setups going, as I say. I think we can get this race underway. I did mention I was talking about strategies earlier, and I completely forgot. Basically, if you can make the tyres last, any strategy will work, whatever you do. You can do super softs and softs, ultras and softs. Apparently you can even do ultras and super softs, so that would be ridiculously hard to do. But it's down to the driver. We have a formation up first of all, though. And we can have a quick look at what tyres people are using. So, vast majority have gone for those ultra softs. Obviously, the top 10 have to start on what they qualified on. So, the only person in the top 10 who isn't starting on the ultras is Rowe. And outside the top 10, the only people that, well, half of them are on, half of them are off. So, you've got Valen, HD, and Raid on the supers, Crucifixion, Marlon, and Fist on the ultras. So, it's a little bit of a mixed bag there. Rowe will just be hoping to stay with the front boys at the start of this race. That's what's going to be crucial for him if he wants to make this strategy work. At least Rowe getting disqualified as always. Don't worry about people getting disqualified in the formation. It means a knout. If it was the race, I'd say worry. But it's not, so don't. Wait to see now for King Buzzer to take us round, get everyone set up on this grid. 16 drivers today, and quite a tight first corner. But I suspect it's going to be turn 2. We're going to see some fair few issues because that corner is very tight. Just waiting now as the last few people take up their places on this grid. That's Raid and HD, and we'll get going. Oh, there we go. 4, 5 red lights. They're off, and we're off. Jump start then for Ray. That is a terrible way to start. Mercedes boy in the background sliding up against the wall. And it's looking like King Buzzer is going to lead as a McLaren is driving right across the corner. It has been spun. That's Cow. He's going to drop to the very back of the grid. Going up the hill, you've got Rowe, obviously with that jump start. Neved is right on his tail, going into the breaking point. Leclerc's looking down the inside of Neved, but he's going to be passed on the inside then, or the outside, sorry. And Mr. Fist is... Oh! Leclerc's well off there. Who's that taken with him? That's Luke. Luke, never lucky, has just been smashed into the side. I think it's just a bit of unaware where he was. And that is Leclerc dropped right to the back now with Luke. There's actually gamers all over the place in front of them. He's going to be careful. Valen on the back. Well, everyone's on the back of someone as it stands. It's the early race. So Rowe, obviously with that jump start, he's going to have to take that drive through very quickly. And no surprise that King Buzzer puts in the fastest lap. As always, don't worry about gaps, they'll always be wrong at this early point of the race. That's just unfortunately how it works, or doesn't in this case. But so you got Leclerc and Luke have now pitted after their little contact at the exit of turn 2. I say little contact, it's quite substantial at the end of the day. So Raid has got a great start, he's gained 6 places, similar with Crucifixion, he's up 5, now 6 as Marlon is dropping like a stone. What's happened to Marlon? That's what's happened to him, he's gone off at turn 2 and he's dropping like a stone as well. Looking for getting called up for an illegal overtake by the looks of things there. Beast looks a little low, out of shape there, that's going to allow Road to close in. Got yellow in sector 2, is that Marlon making another mistake? No. Nick Rapoka all over the back of Marlon. Marlon's gone deep again. He's got to be careful coming back on from there. But King Buzzo leading us as it stands. He's got that 1 second lead as DRS has been enabled, and it's almost immediately that you get it. Going up the hill into turn 2, in towards turn 2. You can see Overspeed to make a move here. It's close, but is he close enough? Oh, he's just no. So further back, Necro and Marlon have pitted, obviously for a bit of front wing damage. Oh, Raid a bit of O's there coming off turn 2. He's not going to be under pressure of Valen, so he's not too much to worry about for him there. So Claire goes through. Necro Puck and Marlon coming up behind them. Obviously had a bit of front wing damage they had to fix. HD Gamer is on his way out as well. He's not had the best of starts. Coming down there in last. Overspeed and Mr. Fist there, close together as well. So Rowe is now starting to serving his penalty for a jump start. And he is going to drop quite quickly down. But Mr. Fist on the rear, Never's not going to get DRS here. But he just got a much better drive off the corner than Mr. Fist did. And he should defend it this time around. Whether or not he'll defend it on the next straight remains to be seen. As Overspeed looking down the inside, wheel to wheel there with Mr. Fist. And Overspeed is through then up into P4. Gave him a little nudge to straighten him back up, which was nice of him, I suppose. Oh, Mr. Fist just outbrakes himself into the back wheel of Overspeed there. Don't see any damage, so should get away with it. He's just going to lose a little bit of time. He's got Hob on his tail behind. Hob, who has a nice healthy lead over Crucifixion back in P7 there. Although Crucifixion is coming under a battle with Raid. King Buzzo is still going fastest of them all. Just Fist a little wide. Sorry. Just Fist a little wide on that final corner. Gonna give Hob a chance to close in. But Mr. Fist still keeping that 1 second gap to Overspeed in front of him. Has Overspeed kept a 1 second gap? No, he's not. So let's have a look at Hob. Is he going to make a move on Mr. Fist? I don't think so. But our front Neved and Beefs are swapping around. King Buzzo has a 5.5 second lead out front already. Neves looked down the inside, thought better of it for now. Sitting back in P3. as there is a train starting to form on the back of Beefs here. Second down to sixth, all separated by only a handful of seconds. One mistake from any of these guys could cost them heavily. Well, will cost them heavily, should we say. Obviously with 3 DRS zones on this track, it's quite easy to get close to the guy. It's one thing to get close, there's nothing to actually make that move. Of all the DRS races, they're not that long individually. This is your best opportunity going up the hill. But if you're not close enough like Never's not, then you've got no chance of making the move. Overspeed. Oh, locking up a little bit there into turn 2. So it's Never is right on the back now, Beef. So he's going to make a move going into turn 3. I think he's got to. No, he's not though. But he's made it off the corner. Great acceleration then for Neved. He's through, but wheel to wheel with Beefs. Who's coming off best? Who's coming off worst? It's Beefs has come off best. Neither of them came off worst, really. Oh! Until then, oversteer, big oversteer from Beefs, collected by both. Oh, and Overspeed's collected him as well. Virtual safety car. And that is Overspeed having a massive crash. Missed the fist. Apparently hitting Overspeed. That's obviously what's caused him to go out. But we do have a virtual safety car that's going to allow people to make a few changes. Beast with that massive bit of oversteer off turn 6. Collecting Never, and obviously appearing to collect Overspeed. As Cow's also retired. Where's that? Is that in the pit lane? Don't know, can't tell. Must be in the pit lane because I can't see any damage on the walls. So DRS has been re-enabled. We are go again. That's actually worked out quite well for Rowe. He's able to climb back up, and he's just gone past Valen. He's back up to P4 then. As he's going to try and get himself back to where he was before that penalty came along. Well, I say before that penalty came along. The penalty came along on the start. So further back, Neville and Hobb are battling out. Neville's got a bird drive off the corner. See who takes the place into turn 7. Oh, bit of a punt there from Neville on Hobb. And a bit of a tank slapper given to him as well. Never's going to have the DRS, doesn't need any slipstream, and through he goes. Or does he? Hobb's going to break away low, but Never just trying to drive through where Hobb was. Hobb was perfectly in his right to be there. But Never's going to get another DRS attempt here. Hobb's just so slow out the corners, catching Never out every single time. But now he's got this DRS. Is he going to make this move stick now? He's gone very deep. Hobb's got the inside line, but has conceded it pretty much. And Hobb is now dropped down to P9 after the incident earlier on. Rose caught up to the back of Crucifixion really well, as they are lapping already. We're on lap 9 of 36 then. Now these ultra-softs of Crucifixion started to go away from him, whereas Rowe just a bit quicker of a driver. I suspect he's going to have him going up into the turn 2 here. And through he goes, a little late on the brakes, but still makes the corner. And Crucifixion's only got DRS behind. See if he can make a move back at Rowe. He's going to look to go around the outside of turn 3. Big look up from both drivers. Rowe holds the position for now though. what's happening to Beefs. He's all catching up on the back of Valen. Fresh tyres on Beefs. Obviously stopping under the virtual safety car. So Beefs is still hovering on the back of your Valen. Marlon has retired from the session. That's in sector 3. As we go past HD Gamer once again. Oh! What's Valen doing? That looked like a brake check to me. It wasn't any virtual safety car, it just looked like he lifted off and put the anchors on. But Beefs has now got past Valen. He's through up into P5. And Raid is the next man. He's going to try and come past Valen. So Raid is 1.3 off the back of Valen as Mr. Fist has pitted from P2. He's going to get... He's serving a penalty as well by the looks of things. He's getting a new nose cone at the same time, so he's going to drop right back then. He's going to come out probably behind Luke. Quite possibly behind Leclerc. Not behind Leclerc, because Leclerc's just pitted. Getting down below that pit limiter. So Raid is now starting to get under that one, or towards that 1 second window of Valen. A bit of an oversteer off that corner, he's got to be careful. As I say, we were 3 drivers down and HD Gamer's very much off the pace. He's going to be lapped soon by Leclerc. He's been lapped already by most of the grid. Let's have a quick look further back. Mr. Fist and Necromorph Pug. Not much between these two. Fresh tyres on Mr. Fist. He should make this move relatively simple. Little wobble come off the corner by Necromorph Pug. But Mr. Fist is going to just send one down the inside and he's going to be through. So Mr. Fist moving up. So Nevid on the back of Raid, who's got onto the back of Valen. So it could be a chance for Hobbs to take advantage of the fact he's got slipstream on Raid to catch up to Valen as well and take both of them. But he is on some rather old ultra softs, whether or not there's much grip left on those, as King Buzzo has pitted from the lead then. It's going to allow Rowe to take hold of the loop now. He's lagging a little bit trying to go into this pit box. There we go, he's made it. No front nose change for him, he's coming out on some softs. It's a simple stop for him. Meanwhile, Nevid is on the back of Valen. Raid obviously being passed by Nevid. And just backed off a little bit against the corner. They are going to come out right in front of the previous race leader. And Nevid is through now up into P3. Mr. Fist going fast of everyone. King Buzzo is still in the pits apparently. King Buzzo appears to be stuck in the pits, and that could be the end of his race. And I suspect that is the end of his race. He's stuck. The bug has bit again. And that is really bad news there for Buzzo. He's actually retired from sessions now. Oh, sorry Mercedes boys. No Team orders in play by the looks of things. Mr. Fist all over the back of him. Of Crucifixion looking to go through on the inside and does. Bit slightly come off the corner, but he's through. So Raid is going to try his hand at a pit stop then, is he? Let's see if there's still that issue with that pit box. There is. So Raid has had to DNF as well. He's unable to get into his pit box because King Buzzer is still effectively there. So we are down to the final 11 as it stands. Let's stay with Crucifixion as he's trying to reel back his teammate. He's got some grippier tyres, but a little bit of a wobble there from Mr. Fist. So Beefs has had enough from the final corner. He's been passed by Neved. Beast is going to be right off the pace here. He's going to be passed by Valen as well, potentially. That looks like an easy overtake. It's not made it stick though. Valen is all over the back of him. Got that DRS. He's going to try and go around the outside of turn 2. Has he made it? Doesn't look like he has. He's going to get another stab at it though. As he sits back in and Beast gets a much better drive off the corner. So Valen has mirrors full of Hob, and Beef has mirrors full of both of them. So the clouds are looking a little bit more grey over to your left of the screen at the moment. Could that signal the fact rain could be on the way towards the end of the race? We'll find out later on. Valen is just not getting close enough to Beast to actually make a move. Picking up a 3-second penalty. Where's Necro Park and Crucifixion? Let's see if they can make a move here. Down the home straight. That's going to be an easy pass. And through goes Necro Park up into P7 then. Bit of side to side. Crucifixion is going to come off worse. They both come off pretty damn terrible. Crucifixion in the wall then. Fortunately, ghosting there for Luke. That could have been bad. So Crucifixion has obviously picked up some heavy damage. He's locking up there into turn 3. Yeah, he's definitely got some front wing damage. As there's been a collection of pit stops out front. Over there suspecting a safety car to come out. The flare goes past Crucifixion as well. So your current race leader is Neved. He's only 6.8 seconds clear of Rowe, and Neved will be making another stop towards the end, and Rowe won't be. So Necromopug is coming to the pits. We can't have another one stuck. Or is that the third driver? It is the third driver we've had stuck in the pits. Codemasters, if you're watching, sort your game out. Because this is beyond a joke now. So, in terms of current battles on track, Beefs is closing in on Luke. He's 1.4 off the back then of Luke. That's the only one lap between them tyre-wise. Still trying to close in on the back here of Luke. Was the race leader at one point, and still trying to find itself back up there as well. So we've had a fair few issues on this race today. Hopefully it's going to start sorting themselves out, but don't have much time for that to happen. Beefs though has got that gap down to less than a second on Luke. He's not going to make a move this time, but Luke has got the red cross of connection issues. I think he might be able to have, and he's left the session. There you go. So easy overpass then in the end for Luke. Yellow in sector 3. Not sure who's had a little off. Oh, there it is. HD Gamer's had a little off. That's what's happened. So Luke is just going to start dropping like a stone now. So, who else should we look at? There's not a lot of battles going on at the moment. Let's have a look at Never see how he's coping with these very old Ultra Softs. See a bit of graining on that front left as always. So Nevid should potentially be pitting the next lap or two. Depends which tyre he fancies putting on next. I suspect he's going to go for a set of super softs. He's not coming in yet though. He's going to keep on going. So HD Gamer has DNF'd, unfortunately. The problem is Valen won't be able to pass him because he won't be able to get out of the pits. So we're effectively on 9 finishes as it stands. Nevid is still going out there. He's doing well to keep these tyres going for 14 laps. He's about to start his 15th lap on them. Oh, he's starting to lose a little bit of grip. You can see coming off those corners. Still starting to look a little bit overcast. Could this be the reason that Nevid's staying out so long, that there is rain on the way and he doesn't want to have to pit and pit again when the rain comes? And if rain does come, based on how this race has gone so far, will we lose any more drivers getting stuck in the pits? Luke's not got back in yet, has he? Oh! Yes, Luke is back in the race. And has just lagged and bounced off the walls and is in P6. Neved is now finally coming into the pits. Rowe will take over the lead, but Neved will be looking to get after him. I think he might be actually putting some ultra softs on from here. Let's have a quick look at him. He's gone for the super softs. He's actually made a pit stop work, unlike some people today, which is always a good sign. Actually, he's going to come out. Comes out right behind Beefs, actually. This could be good to watch. Fresh tyres on Neved. Oh, Beefs sliding off that corner, getting too keen on the accelerator. Valen has finally retired from the session. And Neved is trying to go past Beefs here. Beefs just forcing him out. But Neved is still holding on the back of him here. Those tyres are now starting to come into operating temperatures. Has never got what it takes to get past Beefs in front. Just going to get DRS once again down the home straight. This is looking to reel him in. But he gets within a second, but is unable to close in on Beefs. Beefs is obviously just going so much faster. Having said that, but he's just very slow through that corner and allowed Neved to close right up to the back of him. Neved is still unable to get past him. He's going to make a move here down the inside. No, he's not. Oh, a little bit of again. Neved has made that move through. And Neved is up then to P4 as he sets his sights on Mr. Fist in the third place to try and get himself a podium. Beast would DRS to try and attempt to come back. Has he got anything left though? We'll find out shortly. Oh, big mistake there for Beefs. Shifted down a bit early, then shifted up and caught himself out. He's made a mistake on the exit there. He's going to drop right back now, which is going to be a breath of fresh air then for Neved. He's got some clean air behind now. So let's keep an eye on. Look at Hob to see how he's coping with his rather old soft tyres. They should do into the mid-20s, but it's all down to the individual driver. It's starting to look more and more overcast. I wonder if we're going to get any rain in the last 5 minutes or something. So, actually, let's look at Mr. Fist. He's 2 and a bit seconds off the back of Hob, and 3.5 seconds ahead of Neved. Is he closing in on Hob? And has he got anything left in his tyres? 15 lap old now. As Beast has pitted, did he have damage? Nope, just straight. No, wheel change. And his teammates coming in as well. Leclerc right from behind him. Interesting call though for Beast to go on to set of soft tyres. He must have run out of ultras and supers to make that call. And Leclerc's going to have a nose change as well to go with it. There's Chris Fiction. Chris Fiction's coming around the final corner. Leclerc might come out ahead of him. No. So Chris Fiction is going to gain that place through the pit stops. He's going to come under pressure from Leclerc almost immediately. Leclerc's going to be a second and a half or so off the back of Chris Fiction, but with much fresher tyres, so should make short work of him. But Nevid has closed up the gap on to Mr. Fist. He's in that DRS zone. Oh, Mr. Fist with a big slide off that corner is going to give Nevid a great chance into turn 2. Or is he going to take it before then? He's going to take it before then. Lifted off, interestingly enough. But Nevid makes that overtake and gets DRS to go with it to pull away from Mr. Fist. And he can set his sights on Hobb up in P2. Got a long way to go, 3.5 seconds. But Hobb is on some rather old soft tyres. Nevid is on some very fresh super softs. So Mr. Fist is fighting his car. His tyres are also starting to go from him. As you can see, he's just all over the place. I think you might have to dive in the pits and get a fresh set of rubbers on. He's really fighting that car now. So Nevid has closed in quite quickly into the back of Hobb. 2 seconds between them at the moment. Meanwhile, further back, Leclerc has closed in on Crucifixion. 0.7 between those two. That should be an overtake done next time round. But Leclerc's already on all over the back of them, getting blue flags as well. Is that the row coming through? That is, row is actually on the back of these two. They're going to have to be careful, the blue flags are out. Yellow 63, not sure who that was for. Nevid is all over the back of him. Leclerc has made his move. Nevid obviously not wanting to make his move just yet. As Mr. Fist has lost the place to Luke, and that must have been an off then for Mr. Fist. He wasn't that close. So Beef has pitted. Not Beef, sorry, Mr. Fist. Is that for the damage? Well, if it is, he's not having any damage changed. So fresh set of tyres on Mr. Fist's car. Whilst Hobb is still on the back of Nevid. Nevid just made that move. So you should expect to see him start pulling away. We're on 29 of 36. As you can see, there you go, Nevid's just streaking away then. Probably a little too much to ask for him to try and catch up to Rowe, but you never know. One mistake and he can be right at the back of him. Mr. Fist is making his own roads, down in 7th. Obviously with a fresh rubber on, Necro Pug's very old, ultra softs in front of him. It'll be hard pushed to get those to the end. Crucifixion is actually getting a little toe from Rowe as it stands. So let's stay with Mr. Fist as he attempts to close down on the back of Necromono Pug. 3 seconds between them. But Necromono Pug has some very old tyres on that car, and they will be hurting. It's got to go down to 2.8, 2.7 from Necromonial. Best he's going to get is 6th. And he's actually getting some blue flags as well. Nothing on his steering wheel as yet. And there's that rain that I was talking about. You can see on the front of that car. Is this going to be heavy enough to cause pit stops? If so, who's going to be the first one to blink? It's been mentioned many times. The ideal time to pit stop is when it changes from DRS enabled to disabled. That is the perfect time to come in. So let's have a look. See where Rowe is. Rowe is coming up to the back of Leclerc. Yep. So who, as I say, who's going to be this first driver to make this pit stop? Get onto set of inters. Can make or break their race really, particularly if they are one of the top 5. If Rowe decides not to come in, stays out and makes a mistake, he could lose everything here. But Mr. Fist is starting to try and still close in on Necromonial. Think about goals, you paid attention to the weather forecast, going a long stint on ultra softs. So, is anyone going to make a dive as Necromopug? Doesn't look like he's going to. No, he's staying out for a bit longer. Leclerc's actually starting to close in on Mr. Fist then. 1.5, 1.3 between them. Is the weather playing havoc with Mr. Fist's car? I suspect it is. He's just gone wide again. And Leclerc has that gap down to under a second. He's going to get some DRS on the next straight. Can he make use of it though? Before he gets disabled. No is the answer. You can't make any use of that DRS. There are gaps starting to appear. Hobb is falling off the back of Neved. So let's have a look further. Where's Rowe? He's behind this little battle. Neved's quite far away. So Necromopug's going to be the next one to pass. He looks like he's coming into the pits actually. He is. He's going to be the first man to blink. Mr. Fist staying out for another one. Where's Rowe? Rowe's also staying out. So, big risk then from Necromonial. Is it going to be big risk, big reward? There is definite inters going on that car then. He does get away. Mr. Fist is not liking the wet weather and Leclerc goes steaming past him. But he dove too late into the corner, going to allow Mr. Fist to come back at him. Mr. Fist actually has DRS after that mistake then from Leclerc. Mr. Fist can start just pulling away. But not if he does that, you can't. Mr. Fist's car is obviously set up for completely dry. And he's made a big mistake, he's going to lose definitely one place, as he has done to Leclerc. His teammate's not far back off him either. Necromopug appears to be struggling with these inters. Maybe just a lap or two too early. But is a lap or two too early? Is that going to mean that he shouldn't have come in at all? Rowe is about to start the 35th lap with only 2 left. I don't think from this point he's going to come into the pits really. Mr. Fist, however, says, I'm coming in, I want some inters. No, he wants some ultra softs. Front left a little slope and a new wing to boot. Interesting call. But obviously if your tyres are shot, your tyres are shot. Necromopug will come through to take P8 off him. Be interesting to see how both these guys handle the 2 different tyres. Let's have a look further up though. Luke and Hobb are starting to come together, two Ferrari boys. Wet weather making a mess of their plans. Hobb has done some, well, 28 laps so far on these softs. That is well above what Pirelli have estimated. He's just now got to avoid overheating him and getting a puncture. Further back there, it's looking like it is not into weathers. Mr. Fist is closing in on Necromonial Pug. Let's see where Rowe is. He is on the final lap. Going up into turn 2. He'll... Well, I'm not going to say anything at this point. Because of the weather, you never know. Obviously, Necromonial Pug taking that big risk. It's not going to be a big risk, big reward though, unfortunately for him. Rain's just not heavy enough. But is Luke going to be coming up on Hobb? Hobb, who could have a puncher any moment. I mean, so could Luke, 21 lap old, super softs. Oh, it'd be a nightmare if both Ferrari boys get a puncher here, wouldn't it? So let's go back on board with Rose. He's coming up to the final 2 corners. Actually, sorry, Rowe. Beefs is on the back of these 2 Ferraris as Luke goes past Hobb, and then Hobb's going to lose out to Beefs as well. Is Beefs going to go down the inside? Thought about it. Rowe has won the race as it stands. Beef is going to come through. Is he on Luke? He's up to P3. He's through. Those fresher tyres working wonders for him. And Beef is going to get P3 unless something major happens, obviously. Like that for Luke. Luke has had an off. Fortunately for him, Leclerc had already finished, so he can't be passed. So Beefs will take home P3. Followed by Hobb, who has actually run out of fuel. He's there anyway. Luke's nearly catching back up to him, but still. Well, there we go. So have a quick rundown of the final positions. Then Rowe taking the win from Neved, Beefs, Hobb, Luke, Leclerc, Crucifixion, Mr. Fist, and Necromonial Pug. Your DNFs were HD Gamer, Valen, who got stuck in the pits along with Raid and King Buzzo, Marlon P14, 15th was Cow, and last but not least was Overspeed in P16. So there you go. Thank you all for being here. Next week we'll be in... I'm just going to find out. Oh, Britain.